you know. What I'm finding is both my sons work for the transit system, not directly with the public, but all, they're in an environment where they're prone to they might get contact with corona. So I've been praying lots, sending them positive energy, but
Yeah, great, thanks.
And
all right, Patricia.
Oh, I just wanted to say, Cindy, do you want me to do the bowl? I have it right here in my room.
Sure. Yeah. Once I've got 3 more to introduce themselves. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Patricia from Washington State.
Wow.
Oh, you're on mute. If you hit the button at the bottom, there you go.
Am I good now?
Yeah, I'm good now.
I'm from Seattle, and I'm in level 5, getting ready to take the exam or do whatever you're going to do in October with Cindy. Hopefully, God willing, the epidemic will be over and we can start seeing people face to face again. What are we talking about? Who we are? Oh, I retired last June, so this is my full-time job, what I'm doing right now.
Excellent. Welcome.
Thank you.
All right. Good. Lisa?
Hi, Cindy. I don't know if you can see me because I don't know how to do this, but if you are seeing me.
There's a little video camera, and if you tap on the video camera, it'll either be at the top of your screen or the bottom. Like on my iPad, it's at the top and it's at the bottom.
Oh, start video. Okay. Oh, good. You can
There,
see me now.
Lisa.
Hey.
Yes.
Wonderful. I'm eating
Missouri.
my dinner. Having cauliflower pizza. It's actually quite delicious. It's amazing. So I'm Lisa from St. Louis, Missouri. Very happy to be here. So happy to see everybody. And oh, look at there's a little cat. So good to hear your voice, Cindy. Just hearing your voice is healing. You know, I don't read the newspaper. I don't watch the news, and I cannot get away from this. And luckily, I'm in a place in my life where I can stay home and I take care of my mom. I see my mom every day, so it's given me a great excuse not to go out. And yet, no matter where I am, I can feel the world, like someone else just said. So I'm really looking forward to whatever techniques that you have to boost us, because I feel better after I've prayed. I feel better after I've sent love, even just that little thing you just asked us to do. It's who I am. It's what I do. And I find myself sleeping a lot and kind of caving into it. And maybe that's okay too. So thank you for having us all together, honey.
Not a problem. So big hugs to each and every one of you, and from my heart to your heart. And let's sing This Little Light of Mine, and then I'll get started here. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Excellent. So my intention tonight is to encourage, empower, and help you to be proactive, and just remind us of, what are we grateful for? I'm grateful in advance that I could do this Zoom meeting. I'm grateful that we can all connect and share energy. I'm grateful that my family can be together and I can work from home. I'm grateful that it was sunny today. And I've been practicing that for the last, 3 months. And it's just a nice way to start my day, just saying I'm grateful in advance that, new clients are coming to me, that I meet people spontaneously. I'm making connections, and just you know, when we focus on what we're grateful for, it helps to lessen this load of the heaviness and the burden, right? So our invitation tonight is to let go of the negativity, you know, set some boundaries and open our heart. And, you know, so how many people are feeling heavy? Like, I think I heard everybody say pretty well, like, you're feeling the heaviness, right?
Yeah.
So one of the things is you can just like wipe it off. So just think of wiping off, or you can do it right now, just your arms, the front and the back, is that when that energy gets heavy, is just to wipe it off, right? And then to, you know, remember ultrasound, like to just taking that energy off the chest. So ultrasound, the thumb, index finger, and middle finger, to just move the energy and break up that congestion. And that congestion, you know, whether it's physical, emotional, or mental, is just to break that up and clear that energy, okay? And then hands in motion, like the hands in motion, just pulling that away, you know, or scooping it, as you've learned for those that took level 3, just scooping that away is really helpful. Like, we need to be in our energy field. The one I used on Saturday, I did have a practice group. I had 4 people, and we did 2-on-1, and we worked in the energy field. We did magnetic clearing, and we did 5 reps of for the physical field, and then we did 5 for the emotional field. So we really got into sensing and feeling the field and asking for that to come up. And then we did 5 of the spiritual field. So we did PEMS, physical, emotional, mental, and we just kept clearing the field. So when I checked in, you know, it was like, it was going back to level 1 and doing magnetic clearing, and we're just clearing the field and clearing that heaviness out of the field and that stickiness. And Allie, since you're working in the hospital, it's like, how can you, you know, every washroom break, just clear your field and move that energy, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and if you can't do it in public, just imagine that you are clearing the energy of the physical heaviness. You're clearing the energy of the emotional, of how many people have been brought to tears reading some of the stories and the poems that are on Facebook, right? Those are very touching. And, you know, the mental self-talk of, you know, how are we going to arrange this or that. I have 3 daughters, so it's like all of a sudden they're more involved in my life about how are they each dealing with this. And they're each dealing with it differently. So I'm using all my tools and skills from Healing Touch. And my mom's quarantined in, you know, in a healthcare system. So it's, you know, I'm finding that every day I'm probably doing the Hara alignment 2 to 3 times, whereas before I would do it once. So when you remember that Hara alignment, you know, just that spinning our chakras and clearing the field. And, you know, what last year, what I learned at the San Diego conference is then to also do it counterclockwise. So I now focus on just clearing the Hara line. So spinning the clockwise, and then I go counterclockwise, and then I finish with clockwise. So I do it 3 times, so 3 reps. So I go up from root chakra up, spinning clockwise, and just really focusing on that Hara and bringing that up all the way to the top of your head, and then back down counterclockwise to clear the debris out of the Hara in the field, and then clockwise to open it back up. And then you'll feel a difference in that when you do that Hara spinning. So just even doing the spinning will help. All right. And the next one is that being a tree, right? Just being really a tree. And one of the things I was learning this last week actually was I've always said connect to Mother Earth. And this new learning I had was that connect to the intelligence of Mother Earth, that Mother Earth is working really hard right now to help us. And so that when we send the energy down to Mother Earth, that we're sending it to the intelligence of Mother Earth. And what I imagine in my mind's eye are those pictures of trees that are 300 years old, you know, on the West Coast, or I saw them when I was in Portugal, where the roots are out of the ground and they're like spread way out. Or Africa, you've seen those pictures of trees where the roots are really spread out. So really think of that and connecting to the intelligence of Mother Earth and bringing that energy up through the legs into your body. and that will help you too. And the other one is, you know, how many people have a rattle or a drum to clear your energy?
Yeah.
So,
How about
you know,
designer stick?
oh yes, she's got her crystal bowl, so she'll do the, Therese will do the crystal bowl. So sound is the quickest way to clear the energy around your body. So in my workshops, I've often taught you the rattle wash. So that's to rattle wash 3 times, up and down, the front and the back. Allie, you haven't seen this one yet, but we go up and down 3 times, and then up and down the back 3 times, and then you finish with like a sharp stop, and then to hold the silence for a minute afterwards. But sound is the quickest way to break the chakras, or to break the congestion. And so what I found at the practice group on Saturday is one person's chakras were spinning counterclockwise because she was so empathic and she was taking the energy on. And so this, from sound healing, it's a really easy one, is to snap your fingers. How many people can snap their fingers over your chakras? Is a quick way to open them up and just bring that energy back up. And just, especially if you pendulum, and if your chakras are going, so if your chakras are going, your pendulum's going counterclockwise, that often will open it up, and you often don't have to do it more than twice, doing the snapping your fingers, okay? How many people, has everybody good snappers?
No.
No.
Cindy, how do you
Good.
use the drum?
The drum,
Mm-hmm.
I just have a rattle here. I don't have my drum here. Do you have yours, Therese?
I don't have a drum.
I can get mine.
Okay,
Oh, good.
yeah, do you get yours?
Yeah.
I'll go get mine.
Well, she's getting hers. Do you want to do the crystal bowl?
Sure.
I'll be back.
Chakra is it for, Therese?
Pardon?
Which chakra is it for?
Heart.
Heart?
My computer wants to shut down.
Maybe it can't handle the energy. You can add the drum in.
Huh?
So Linda's got her drum there. Allie, can you see the drum?
I can, thank you.
So the drum is the bass, which is linear, right?
Yeah.
And the bowl is harmonic.
Yeah. Excellent. So that gives you an idea of what we can do to help. And so in these times, it's just a regular practice of whether you're using a drum, a rattle, or the crystal bowl. Is just a regular practice to unburden. So my training in shamanic journeying was to, oh, and you've got the, what is that called again?
The thunder stick.
The thunder stick.
Oh.
Or you could get the wind chime.
So,
Mm.
Things like that. Oh, clear. Oh, yeah, that one's really loud.
Not bad.
Oh,
yeah, it works really well. So many
Yeah.
people enjoy that for clearing.
Thunderstick. Wow.
So the next one is, this is from Access Consciousness, is called, you take the energy and how heavy it feels and just go 1, 2, 3, change, and throw it up to the universe. 1, 2, 3, change. 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 And when you feel the energy shift, then 1, 2, 3, 4, peace and harmony. So when you take something out, you want to put something back in. 1, 2, 3, 4, peace and harmony. 1, 2, 3, 4, peace and harmony. 1, 2, 3, 4, peace and harmony. So that one's called 1, 2, 3, change. And you can either throw it to the universe, for the universe to take it, for it to become smaller particles, or throw it to the ground and ask the ground to compost that energy. And so when it gets really intense and you just want it off your body, it's grabbing it in the energy field and just releasing it with the hands. So it's 1, 2, 3, change to release it, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, peace and harmony to balance the energy. 1, 2, 3, 4, peace and harmony. Alrighty. So are you ready for meditation now?
yes.
We get on the
Okay, so
table?
I'm gonna,
We get on our table? Wait.
well, if your table's right there, you can get on the table. I'm just gonna mute everybody so that it's quiet when I do
Okay.
that. So just a minute, I gotta remember how to do that. Mute. Oh, okay. So you're all muted so that. Okay. Let me do that. Alrighty. So sitting in your chair or laying down on your table, just taking a deep breath in, breathing in love. The world needs more love. And as we bring that love into our heart, we bring in compassion, innate harmony, healing presence, and unconditional love. And as we choose love, it fills the cells of our body. Oops. And now imagine yourself disconnecting from the day-to-day media, messages, the stress, the details of your life, the difficulties each and every one of us are faced with. And imagine yourself stepping back from it all, being one within yourself, and ground your feet to the earth, connecting to the intelligence of Mother Earth, spreading the energy through Mother Earth to connect and feel the energy of strength. Feel as your feet ground to Mother Earth and you feel the energy flowing from your feet, strands of energy going out to connect to that intelligence of Mother Earth. Draw it back up through the soles of your feet to your ankles, your shins, your knees, to your legs, into the pelvis and into the abdomen. And soften your shoulders. Soften your body. Allow that grounded energy to flow into your heart, feeling more connected to your heart, the largest magnetic organ in the body. And then universal source energy is flowing easily and effortlessly with this golden light down through the crown chakra, the head, the throat, into the chest, into the heart, feeling that connection between Father Sky and Mother Earth. Notice and be aware how you feel more in your body as you connect to Mother Earth and Father Sky. Feel the love, compassion, healing presence, and unconditional love in your heart. And send those 4 attributes of the heart out to all parts of the body, all organs, all joints, all muscles. And then ask your angels to stand beside you. And we're going to bring in the angel net of the 4 archangels. Gabriel in front of you for your physical well-being. Uriel on your left side for your emotional well-being. Raphael on the right side for your mental well-being. And Archangel Michael behind you for protection and your spiritual well-being. Feel their presence, feel their support, feel that netting of support, or like a hammock feeling of support, being grounded and connected. They have your back, they have your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual well-being all together. And your body softens more as you feel their healing presence and their support. Become aware of that feeling of being held with the ground beneath you, the angels all around you, universal source energy above you, and give yourself permission to relax. And say to yourself, I am safe, I am here. I am safe, I am here. I am safe, I am present. I am safe, I am present. I am my breath. I am my breath. And as you soften, your energies expand out into the field around you, expanding out in front of you, beside you, behind you, above you and below you. And as you connect to the source of your highest vibration of healing energy, of unconditional love, see yourself opening up to receive this unconditional love, releasing all that is in the way of flowing into you. And with every breath, you breathe in the love, this healing, this beautiful energy that is here for you. And with every breath out, you breathe out emotional pain and physical pain. You are in control. Your breath control what comes in and what goes out. And as you're breathing in that unconditional love. Notice that you're under a waterfall. And this waterfall represents the Creator, Universal Source Energy. And they're sending this beautiful color of purple, a healing color, to flow over you, through you, and around you, to heal your physical body, your emotional body, your mental body, and your spiritual body. So invite your Creator, Universal Source Energy, or God, whatever word resonates with you, into your heart and mind as you stand under this beautiful waterfall. And let the Creator know what is worrying you or concerning you, what you need help with, and confess your inability to do it on your own. And ask to be reprogrammed, rewired, to have more health and peacefulness and calmness through this time. And ask for more peace around anything that concerns you or worries you. And notice that the angels are here to help you, to support you, to help you to believe, to have faith and trust that solutions are on their way. And this divine love of the Creator is working for you on your behalf. And divine love is healing you at a spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical way, releasing and letting go all worries, concerns, hurts, frustrations, and fears. Divine love is now renewing your life without this excess baggage. We're releasing, releasing, releasing all worries, concerns, frustrations, and fears. We're installing, 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 healing, healing, healing. And as we install that healing, images of what brings you joy in your life, which lifts your spirit, which inspires you, become more prominent in your mind's eye. And as you're under this waterfall, let the energy of the Creator clear away any fears, worries, concerns, and drink it in. Drink in this beautiful, clean, clear water of healing. Drink in your ability to create peacefulness and calmness in your life, resilience and persistence to move through this stage of our planet, to work cooperatively with each other, and that this Creator, this beautiful energy that's flowing through you and around you, is helping you to activate your abilities and skills and confidence to help one another, to help yourself, to help your family, and to feel the power of your energy to be a healer, to be a light worker, to help other people. And as we let go of how this can happen, we rely on the Creator to activate you and to manifest the highest good for all, so that you can see positive evidences of people helping each other, people showing kindness and caring to one another. And so we're going to change the color of the waterfall to pink, to unconditional love now flowing through you. And increasing that vibration so that it's higher and higher. Feel your heart become stronger and more expanded. With that vibration of love. Feel yourself receiving love from the universe, receiving support, guidance, and direction. As you become stronger and stronger. With staying in your center and staying grounded and connected to the earth. So as we come back to being centered and grounded in the room, breathe in spiritual alignment, mental clarity, emotional balance, and physical vitality. Unmute you all. There we go. There. And wiggle your fingers and your toes. Take a deep breath in. How's your heart feeling? How was that meditation? Was that helpful?
Restful.
Very relaxing.
Very relaxing?
Yeah.
Excellent. I will email it. I have all your emails, so I'll email you that one. It's a combination of two that I've pulled together, but I find bringing the angels in, bringing the waterfall, it's just using all those symbols really helps to, do you feel more grounded? Do you feel more centered, like we could do another day?
Yes.
We could do another day. So I have something brand, huh? All right, so I have one more technique to share with you, and it's something brand new, and it's it comes out of Quebec. Somebody who makes these angel pendulums. So there's an angel on the bottom, and it's on a little string here. So this woman has shared it with Yolande, who shared it with me, and it's a really nice way to just balance your energy and boost your immune system at the same time. So you're going to put your hand on your heart and on your sacral. I don't know, can you guys see me? Because I can't tell if you can see me or not. Can you see me?
I'm gonna bring your computer.
It's in your heart.
It's in my heart? Let me see if I do it this way. Okay. Okay, sacral between, there you go, and heart.
Okay.
There you go. Okay, so we start here. So there's something called the Peyer's patch, which is in the small intestine. It's 40% of your immune system. So how many people have done the diamond technique that Penny Burton? So a lot of you know the diamond technique. Heather, I'll send it to you because I think it came out
I
later.
have it.
You have it?
You
Great.
sent it to me. Yes.
Oh, good. All right. So the diamond technique uses those two and these two. So, you know, that's a great technique. So this one's kind of a combination, but in Anatomy for Healers, we talk about the Peyer's patch in the small intestine is 40% of your immune system. So we want to keep our bowels moving. We need probiotics. You need more vitamin C right now to just, you know, keep that settled. And, you know, what happens in the sacral is your emotional self. And we're emotionally impacted by what's going on in society right now because it impacts all of us. We're all energy. We're all connected. And so you start by holding that and feeling that energy flow from one to the other. So just, you know, you can be imagining the color green and the color orange. You can imagine the energy is flowing between the two. And just being grounded and centered. And we're going to call this exercise Fuel Up Your Soul. And I'll send you the handout. And then we're just going to hold a ball of energy. So remember level one, I always taught take a deep breath in and just feel the energy. Feel that ball of energy between your hands. Feel the energy working, yeah, or even rub your hands together and just feel that ball of energy between your hands. So just grounding that, feeling that, noticing if it's tingling, if it's pressure or it's cotton candy, if there's a temperature to it. And then we place our hands on the our collarbone, and so it's on the lungs and the collarbone to activate it. And what we know about COVID-19 is that it really impacts the lungs. So this is to activate it and open up the lungs. And when your fingertips are on the collarbone, it's also opening up all 5 meridians that run down your body that impact all the internal organs. And then you're going to link your fingers like this and put it over your solar plexus. You know, solar plexus is about self-compassion, self-esteem. So it's linked, just holding your solar plexus. So the color yellow, activating our solar plexus, standing in our truth, recharging our self-compassion, our self-esteem. And then taking your hands up the side and just doing like sparkle lights, like just saying thank you to the universe for providing. Thank you for bringing us goodwill. And we're grateful for the energy that we have, the techniques that we have to use to help us, and just feeling that gratitude for the universe is filling us up by just taking this time to do this short, like mini meditation to fuel up your soul. And then you can just thank your heart at the end for that. Do you want me to go through the steps again? Would that be helpful? Because some of you are probably going to want to write it down, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you've got heart and solar plexus. Number 1 is heart and solar plexus.
Sacral?
Sacral, I mean, thank you, thank you. I was testing you.
A+ for me.
A+ for Heather. What are the colors, Heather?
Orange and green.
Yeah, you got it, you got it. Alrighty, and then a ball of light between your hands. Ball of light between your hands. And then your hands on the collarbone. But it's over your heart and lungs, so.
Do you have colors associated with the ball of light and the hands on the collarbone?
Well, this would be green. Here, the ball of light, I just always see yellow because your hands are going to be in front of the solar plexus.
Okay.
But you could have any color. It could be green, it could be purple, whatever color comes to you is going to be perfect. So you could make it rainbow. You could make it rainbow. You could make, like my shirt, it could be a rainbow color. Remember that every organ has all 7 chakras. So even though we say the liver and the spleen and stomach, it's yellow for the whole solar plexus, every organ has all 7 chakras in it. So it would then technically have all 7 colors in it. So you can't do this wrong. You've all done it right, and you all have an A. Remember that, Heather. Energy follows thought. Remember the principles. Energy follows thought. Okay, from the hands, we went to the heart, and then solar plexus. So the fingers are intertwined, so your fingers are crossed, intertwined, and holding the solar plexus. Because when we're stressed or when we feel was criticized or people say, oh, that won't work, you know, we don't want it to collapse. We want to be in our power and have our power resonate in our body. And then we want to be grateful. So it's just rubbing your fingers together, being grateful, thinking about the things that you're grateful for. Because we just need to keep bringing ourselves back to being grateful. All right, and then I will type that up and send it to you also with the meditation. The other thing that came up to mind too is how many people know about tapping your thymus to boost your immune system? Everybody know that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tapping the thymus, tapping A27, underneath the collarbone, and spleen and liver. I would add kidneys. I would add kidneys too, because kidneys are for energy, and that's where fear and anxiety get stored, is that you want to boost your kidneys. Any of you practice tapping on a regular basis?
Mm-mm.
No?
Not regularly.
Not regularly, but sometimes. Okay. I do this one all the time. I just don't do the whole routine, but tapping is another thing that will help you. And you can follow, who's that, Nick Ortner does the tapping? And that will be very beneficial for you also. Anything else that anybody has found has been helpful for them to stay positive and stay calm in this, during this time? Talk about a week changing your life. The daylight savings time, full moon, the virus, and Friday the 13th. Was that a week of like,
True.
Yeah.
who plans this? Thank you, universe. Yeah, who plans that, right?
Well, I was reading something and it's kind of wrapping up around when Easter is
Mm.
here.
Hmm.
So,
Say that again, Therese. It's going to wrap up around Easter?
yeah. So keep that in mind.
Hmm.
You know, when you think
Okay.
globally, like the 50 days and all that, because after Easter is the Pentecost as well. So,
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. So I have two poems I wanted to share with you. And many of you probably seen this if you've been on Facebook. It's Kitty O'Meara's, And the People Stayed Home. How many people have heard this one? And the people stayed home and read books and listened and rested and exercised and made art and played games and learned new ways of being and were still. Is this not a calling for us to be still? And they listened more deeply. Some meditated, some prayed, some danced, some met their shadows, and the people began to think differently. And the people healed. And in the absence of people living in ignorant, dangerous, mindless, and heartless ways, the earth began to heal. And when the danger passed and the people joined together again, they grieved their losses and made new choices and dreamed new images and created new ways to live and heal the earth fully, as they had been healed.
Mm.
Have you heard that in Wuhan, where it started, they hear the birds sing now because the manufacturing, and they see the skies now because the manufacturing and the smog has gone, right? And in this one it said, there's been so many years of noise, they can hear the birds again. They say, just after a few weeks of quiet, the sky is no longer thick with fumes, but blue and gray and clear.
Wow.
And in Italy, they're singing on their balconies to each other, even though they're isolated.
Saw that.
And so people are coming together. And so it reminded me of the poem that I've shared with many of you, The Healing Journey by Anne Mortifee. And it's so true in these days. This is a healing journey. This is a sacred path, a path that leads us inward to dance the sacred dance. This is a healing journey. We walk it one by one, each woman and each man alone to the sound of the distant drum. This is a healing journey. It winds a stormy path through the fear and joy and anger and sorrows from the past. This is a healing journey, and when the heart is clear, you can hear the winds that rustle as heaven's breath draws near. Breathe into the sorrow, breathe into the fear. Breathe into the anger, breathe into the tears. Breathe into the loneliness, breathe into the joy. Breathe in with the breath of life and let your heart take voice. This is a healing journey from blindness into sight. Through the valley of uncertainty, darkness turns to light. This is a healing journey. It's a gift of nature's way to open up our hearts and see the scheme within the play.
It's beautiful.
Mm.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Very nice.
These are
What
beautiful.
part of that poem spoke to you?
This is a healing
What?
journey.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? It certainly is, isn't it?
It's one view of what's happening, and it's a good view. Otherwise, there's no other alternative but to get swept up in the
Yeah.
fear and the anxiety.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, and just really listen to your body. Like I had a nap this afternoon because I was like, oh, I just felt so heavy, and I need half an hour, and then I was good to start getting back into my routine. Allie, what part of that poem spoke to you?
Oh, I agree with that. This is a healing journey because it is.
Yeah, it is,
Everything,
isn't it?
everything has to reset now.
Yes, it is resetting. Yeah, excellent.
Yeah, and it's needed. It's needed to be reset. It's been
Mm-hmm.
to be reset for a while, I think.
Yeah. Well, before this happened, how many of you had said to yourself, like, I'm just too busy, I want to slow down, but it just felt like we couldn't get off this treadmill?
I got off
Yeah.
it and I stayed off it.
Yeah, you go. What's one thing that you've learned this evening or it's been helpful to be reminded about that you're going to use going forward? We'll start with you, Linda.
Oh my goodness, there's so much. Oh boy, because I do a few of those already. I like the fill up the soul, you know, with this one here, you know, with the heart and the sacral. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You know, all the points that you brought up there. So yeah, I like that. Because I don't do that. So yeah.
Yeah, it's good to learn something new, and it's good to be reminded about the things that we already know, right?
Mm.
Well, the thing that you talked about from San Diego about doing your heart clockwise and then coming down counterclockwise, because even in the first few levels, I was always counterclockwise, and you know, it's like trying to focus on making it go clockwise, and it's just like, well, it's spirit, let it do what it's got to do. It knows what it's got to do. So.
Yeah. Mm.
But you gave an explanation in that.
Heather?
Definitely, I've been out of the healing touch realm for longer than I was hoping to be, and it's all been a wonderful reminder. I did like the fuel up your soul sequencing, but I'm going to try to incorporate all of these little gems and reminders. Yeah.
Good. Excellent. Allie, what about for you?
I'm going to start incorporating some of the sound healing. I have a rattle and I have a drum, and I just never use them. And I think that will be, it kind of like breaks the, you know, the negative energy to kind of reset me.
Yeah.
A reminder.
And it doesn't take long, even like 5 minutes of just with a rattle or a drum or snapping your fingers. It's just to clear that energy. Yeah.
And thank you. Those were all good suggestions. I liked them all.
Good.
Mhm.
Excellent. Excellent. Lisa, what about for you?
I'm having a memory of what someone told me before I had my hip surgery. It was a body worker, and she had said, you don't trust your body. You need to trust your cells. You need to trust your blood. You need to trust your immune system. And then somewhere along the way, when my brother had cancer, I remember reading something about cancer cells and how they need to be validated. And so I'm getting a really strong thought about how to not make the C19 virus a bad thing. It's actually done everything you just said it has done in terms of bringing the world together and helping us become more aware of our behaviors. Getting a lot of background noise, so I'll stop there. But so maybe to have some gratitude for even all of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Patricia, did I ask you?
No, but I may want to say that I do a lot of the diamond technique. I do that pretty well every day since three weeks approximately. I do enjoy the 1, 2, 3 change because it's rather quick, and it's it's on the spur of a moment. You think of it and you can bring it on. And I much enjoy the Feel Your Soul. I'm looking forward to reread the notes if you're sending them through, but I enjoyed them all. I like they're quick and easy, and often when I'm calmer, not only when I'm calmer, but I find at night and in the morning, I find this is a good time for me to do these things as well.
Yes, definitely. What goes along well with the 1, 2, 3 change, and this is from Access, is whatever you're feeling, does it feel light or heavy? And so in Access, they say if it's heavy, it's not your stuff, and that's when you do 1, 2, 3 change. So just to, this isn't mine, I compost it to the ground, or I send it to the universe. So for the next 3 days, to ask yourself, does this feeling feel heavy or light? If it's heavy, it's not yours. You've picked it up from somebody else. And then that's when to do the 1, 2, 3 change, or just tell it, get off my body. I compost you to the ground. These are really simple tools from Access, and they're the two that I've used the most in the 10 years that I've studied.
For showing them tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank
you very
you.
much.
If you feel heavy, it's not yours, it's somebody else's. And so I think we haven't been taught that, and I think that's a really important thing, that we're just magnets to picking up other people's feelings and energy.
I thought I was through with all that.
What about the other Patricia? Patricia from Washington.
The other thing, just very small thing you said right in the beginning, was starting your day with gratitude. I think that is such a big deal. So just kind of reminding myself when I wake up, all the things I'm grateful for. We are having a beautiful spring in Seattle right now. It's amazing. Things are flowering, birds are singing, and it's like, wow. So anyway, I like that idea. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a great one. Well, and what's your morning ritual? Like, how do you get your day started? Whether it's prayer or meditation or going for a walk in the morning, just to get, feed your soul first before you go out into the world.
Yes.
It's just at this time, I think we need to fill it at lunchtime and at dinner time, or before we go to bed again. It's just, I'm personally finding that I need to do it 3 times a day versus just once in the morning.
Yeah.
And to limit myself on the phone, right? Like once I pick this up, it's like, oh my God. You can get, it's like a vortex, right? You can get sucked right in, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But when you have so much family, that's my problem is because I have such big families on both sides of my family, and that's where we communicate. And
Yeah. So, we fill our soul, we fill our cup first. you know, our basic rule of thumb as healers is we got to fill ourselves up first before we give out to other people. And it's just, we've got to refuel. And by doing what we do and being who we be, people are noticing and people are wanting to know what we do to stay healthy and stay well. So anyway, so I just want to thank you all for being on the call tonight. It's been great. I'm so glad that I was just intuitively led to do this. I'm probably going to do one a week because I just think people need to gather and be reminded and, you know, to practice. So I'll, you're on my mailing list. I'll send it out again. You can invite other people too. And then I'll just come up with something unique each time because I've got over 30, I probably have over 50 tools.
Yay.
Thank you.
It feels so great just to connect with each of you and to and just to share this and to know we're all in it together and we're supporting each other.
Yes.
Sometimes we just, I find here that you feel alone because you're so far from everybody, and when you don't have like-minded people to talk with, it makes it harder. Thank you, Cindy.
Thank you,
You're
Cindy.
welcome. Thank you, each of you. Yes.
Ooh.
Okay. Have a good evening.
Yeah.
I'll send the notes. I'll send the notes tomorrow. Okay.
Thank you.
Love you.
Love you. Peace be with
Bye, Linda.
you.
Bye, Patricia.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Everybody too.
Mm-hmm.